Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Luna. I hope you're all doing well. This evening's video is going to be a challenge video. As mentioned yesterday in a previous video, I said I was going to be doing a challenge video at some point over the weekend, so I thought why not do it now. So anyway, the challenge is pretty straightforward, quite a simple one. It is just going to be called the Fast Forward Challenge, or Fast Forwards Challenge, which is exactly what it says on the tin. It's just to show your fast forwards. Now I know over the years in the community we've all done all sorts of videos, and I know we've done stuff on forwards, but I can't remember if it was fast forwards. I think it was a mixture of forwards in the past. So this one is primarily just fast forwards only. So as long as it's fast and it's a forward, it can be fine. So you don't want to be you're showing your standard transit vans or standard Fiestas, or you know, a low-powered Mustang. It needs to be something that could be considered a relatively quick car. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So the first piece we're going to show is this really cool 1966 Ford GT from the Le Mans. I do believe this is one of the pieces that was, or not this particular piece, but the original car. It was one of the, I think it was 3 cars that won, if I remember rightly, back in '66, and this was one of them. And this is from Auto World, really nicely done from Auto World. And as you can see, it's got a slight patina look to it, and that's because they've made it look like it's been in the actual race. So it's a raced version rather than the clean normal version, but very nicely done with the Goodyear tyres. This is a particular favourite of mine. That's very nicely done. So that is the 66 Ford GT40 from Auto World. I've got a few to get through, so I won't be hanging around. I'll just get straight into it. The next one we're going to show is the 1987 excuse me, Ford Sierra in this really cool sparkly metallic blue. So very nice looking piece. This is a standard piece. I need to get myself a premium version. I don't have any premium Ford Sierra Cosworths in my collection, unfortunately, but I will. I'm hoping if anybody else does this challenge, they will show theirs, because I know there's some pretty cool ones out there. But whilst we're staying with the Sierra, we'll just show a few more. So this is the newest one that's out from Hot Wheels mainline at the moment. This is the same car, same year, just in the Castrol livery, in the red with the gold spoked wheels, looking like the BBS, I suppose they're supposed to look like. And for a car that doesn't have any tampos, I do think this looks pretty good. So I may just leave this one alone for the time being anyway, but very, very cool. So that is the Sierra Cosworth, and whilst we're doing the Sierra Cosworth, we might as well show the one that I did a quick custom on. This was the same as that originally, and I turned it into this. So obviously a paint job, wheels, and all that good stuff. And I didn't take long. If I remember right, I did this in a matter. Once the paint was stripped off, I did this in a matter of hours, and there was a reason for me doing it so quick, but I can't remember now. So it does roll quite nice. I'm just not tapping it hard enough. So that is the 87 Ford Sierra Cosworth. So very, very cool. Sticking with the European UK Fords, we've got this really cool Mark II Ford Escort. I do believe this is the RS2000, if I remember rightly. A little look. Is it the RS2000? Yeah, it is the RS2000. Yeah. And I've just managed to come across another one of these, so I will be doing a full custom some point in the future, and then leaving one alone. But very nicely done from Hot Wheels. Back's all tampered in quite nicely with some plate detail. And I know there's a premium version at the moment that's coming out in, I think, the car culture, so that's one to look out for in the future. But cool piece. And whilst we're staying with the Ford Escort, we got a Mark I Ford Escort from 1970, and I think this is the RS1600, if I remember rightly. Yeah, RS1600. And again, this is one from the mainline. This is one that I did some work to, painted the lights, gave it a wheel swap, did the rear, blacked out the rear windows, and put a sequential gear stick for a sequential gearbox, and you can see the vents are done, and it's got a red seat, so pretty cool. What's next? We've got this cool team transport. Obviously we're not too interested in the truck, but we're interested in the, and I believe this is based on a 69, I think it's a 69 Ford Mustang Boss 302. So it's a little closer look. Is it 302? Yeah, 302. But very, very cool. I do like this casting quite a lot. Painted in rear and painted in front, but quite nice. As a little look, see what it says. 302, yeah, Mustang Boss 302, but I'm sure this is based on the 69. So that is a cool piece. And then staying with the Mustangs, we might as well take a look at this really cool one from Greenlight. This is another Ford Mustang Boss, but this is the 429, sorry, Boss 429, and this is from the movie John Wick, which, if I remember rightly, I think this is the one. I'm trying to remember. Is this the one he gets stolen, or is this the one it gets bashed up? I can't remember now, but I know it ends up having a sticky end at the end of it. But it is a very, very nice car, and these back in the day were very quick, especially if they were tuned up. So there is the, if you can see it, 429 cubic inch V8, but very nicely done from Greenlight. I'm just trying to look what the tyres are. It's like the Firestones. But anyway, very, very cool for Boss 429. And then again, staying with the Mustang theme, we have got this really cool Fox body. I think this is an 88 Ford Mustang GT with a 5-litre engine. And this is from it's not M2. This is from, yeah, M2. Sorry, M2. Mini GT stuck in my brain for some reason, but yeah, this is from M2, and this particular one was one that came as a kit, came on a ramp, and you had two different sets of wheels and different engines, two different engines to pick from. And I got this from Phil from Diecast for you to see. I think I got it as a prize, and I'm just looking to what engine I put in it. Yeah, I put the standard engine into it, but it is a pretty cool piece. Lensed front lights, lensed rear lights. And these wheels are actually from Greenlight because I didn't like the wheels that came with it. So technically I did a wheel swap on this piece. So that is very cool. And again, we might as well stay with the Mustangs. We've got one more Mustang I think we're going to show, and it is this really cool one from Auto World, and I think this is a 72 Ford Mustang Mark 1 in this really cool light blue metallic. And again, shown this quite a few times in the past, but that's because I like it with a 351 cubic inch V8. We can get that, there we go. So that is quite a cool piece. I'm just looking to see what is left. We've got this pretty cool one from Hot Wheels in this, is in the Golf livery, and it is obviously another Ford GT. I've had this quite a while now. I think this one came from my son William originally, as it's got a slight scratch across the screen, but it's still a cool piece nonetheless. And then we've got another one. This is a Ford, I think this one's a Ford GT, not the GT40. This is based on the newer version. But this is, I've not had this very, very long, I don't think. But it's not long come out in this livery, but it's still pretty cool. Quite basic, tempered in front, but it is still a nice piece. But and I think the last car I'm going to show is this, which I have shown before. Oh, sorry, I've got a couple more. This is the Maxi Taxi, which is based on a Ford Capri, and like I said, I have shown it before, but I just thought with the size of the engine, you cannot not show this. It was based on the original one of these. I think the original one was called the Hot Rocker. From 1970, sort of, I'm not quite sure, late 70s, 76, something like that. And then this one came out in about 1980, 1981, and this was the recolor and called the Maxi Taxi. and it is in absolute mint condition, as I was the first person to unbox this. This had been stored with many others in a loft for about 20 years or so, as when the person that owned this, or he owned a toy shop, when the toy shop closed down, he stuck all his diecast in the loft. So I got this brand new. And I think the last car I'm going to show, I'm just checking I haven't already shown it, is going to be this really cool Matchbox, and this is a modern Matchbox Superfast in this really cool yellowy metallic yellow, more like a gold, I think it's a gold, metallic gold really, but based on the 32 Ford. I think it's a 32 Ford pickup, I think. It's a little look. Yeah, 32 Ford pickup with the big and the smalls, and it's got a proper sort of hot rod looking style to it, apart from it hasn't got anything big sticking out the bonnet, but we just have to imagine that it has. But anyway, with that, have a go, don't have a go, it's a bit of fun. Like I said, it's just a bit of fun. I know there's a lot of you out there like me that are big Ford fans. I've got quite a large Ford collection, haven't really touched half the ones I've got, but obviously I couldn't show them all. But I know there's some others out there. I know there's Joe from XLT Off-Road Bears. I hope I pronounced his channel name right, always get his channel name wrong, but I know he's got a fine collection of Fords. He is an authority on Fords. He's definitely got a beautiful collection, and I know that Mick67, he's got he's a Ford man, loves his Mark 1 Escorts, Mark 2s and all that stuff. But so there's a few of us out there that's got some nice Fords. Anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more unboxings, wheel swaps, customs, vintage pieces and all that good stuff to come. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.